Raise your hand if you have ever been called selfish before. Keep your hand up if you think being called selfish is a bad thing. I used to think the exact same way. We've all been raised since we were young. Being selfish is one of the worst things you can be. Put other people first. What will other people think? And what's interesting is there was no limit to selflessness. The more you give, the more selfless you are, the better of a person you are. The law of diminishing returns does not exist when it comes to altruism. But here's what no one told me, and something I had to learn on my own. Being too selfless was actually hurting me. And in fact, being selfless actually goes against our very nature. Let's bring it back to the caveman days. Back in those days, scarcity was real. Food, water, safety. None of these things were guaranteed. Now imagine we have two cavemen. They're from different tribes. Tribes are technically called bands, so let me use the correct term. One caveman is selfless. He's a superb hunter. He brings back the most food out of all his band members, but he gives all the food away. He keeps only enough for himself and his family until the next time he goes out hunting. The other caveman is a little bit more selfish. He keeps most of the food for himself, and then one day, famine strikes, as it often does back in those days. Which one do you think survives? The one with more food. The one who acted in his own best interest. Genes that give themselves a way to be nice, they go extinct. But genes that act in their own best interest, they survive. They reproduce, and along the way, these instincts get passed down to us. And this isn't a story that I made up, even though it's a pretty good story. It's actually been argued in science. There's a book called The Selfish Gene by Richard Dawkins, and in it, Dawkins explains that evolution favors selfish behaviors, not in a cruel or mean way, but because self-preservation ensures survival. Like I said, genes that give themselves a way to be nice, they go extinct. And now imagine if you lived your life completely selflessly. You give away your time. You give away your energy. You even give away your money and your resources. You say yes to every plan, every favor, every job, regardless of whether or not you're up for it, mentally, physically, emotionally. Sooner or later, you're empty. And when you're empty, you have nothing left to give. It's not like the demands stop. People will still keep on asking. So, you keep on giving, or at least you try to, right? Sooner or later, you find that now you're in the negatives. You're in what's called energy bankruptcy. When you're energetically bankrupt, not only are you hurting yourself, you're limiting the extent to which you can help other people, because much like a business, when you're in bankruptcy, everything halts. On the contrary, if you always keep enough for yourself, enough for you to be able to continue to grow and thrive, you can keep on giving within reason indefinitely. And the amazing thing is, when you continue to grow as an individual, the amount that you can contribute to the people around you also grows with you. If you're confused by that statement, let's look at it mathematically. Let's say you as an individual, you're at a 10. You can max out, right? You can give 100% everything you have. The most you'll ever be able to give is a 10. When you grow to 100, you can give 15% of yourself and still make more of an impact on the people around you. But unfortunately, most of us don't keep enough in the reserves, so let alone enough for us to grow and thrive. We bend over backwards for people who don't appreciate it. We sacrifice our own peace for the illusion of harmony. And we prioritize everyone except for the one person who matters the most to our own survival, ourselves. There's a reason why, when you're on a plane, the flight attendant will always say, put your mask on first before helping others. It's because if you pass out from a lack of oxygen, you can't help anybody, not even yourself. And the same goes for life. You cannot give if you're only barely surviving. And so today, I want us to reframe the word selfish. Not because I want you to care less for other people, but because I want you to care better for them. So let's break it down. S, self-aware. You know what you need, you know what drains you. E, empowered. You give yourself permission to put yourself first. L, loving. You love yourself enough not to let other people misuse you. F, focused. You stay focused on your path, not other people's detours. I, intentional. Every decision you make is based on whether or not they align with your values and your goals. S, strong. You're not swayed by people who try to guilt you. H, honest. You keep it real with yourself. You don't lie to yourself about what is in your own best interest. This leads me to a quick word about boundaries because I feel like a lot of people have boundaries misunderstood. Boundaries are not walls. You're not Rapunzel up on the tower. It's not there to keep you isolated from the world. Boundaries are more like fences. So you can decide who gets access to your time, your space, your energy. Do you know who will be upset with you for building a fence around your home? Probably not your neighbors, right? They have fences. They have state-of-the-art security cameras. They see the value in protecting their property. The people who will be upset with you for building a fence around your home are the robbers who can no longer break into your house at night. Remember this, the people who get upset with you for establishing boundaries are the ones who have benefited from you not having had any. So boundaries don't make you selfish. They make you wise. Having them means you understand the value that you bring, the value in your time and your energy. So the next time someone calls you selfish, smile. It might just be the best compliment you ever receive. It means you're doing something right. It means you love yourself enough to put yourself first. And it means you value the people around you enough to want to give them the best version of you. And honestly, that is the smartest, kindest thing you can do. Thank you.